Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. Our Bible verse today centers around Proverbs 12:25, and this is what it says: Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. So I want you to think for just a moment. When have you experienced the power of a kind word to lift up your spirits or to encourage you? Think about that for just a moment. Then let's also, while we're thinking about words of encouragement offered to us, let's look at the flip side of that. When have we offered up words that are more likely to weigh a person down instead of lifting them up? Well, today's topic is titled A Hopeful Heart, and I hope that you'll stay with me so that we can power through this discussion about lifting one another up. My daily devotionals come from this wonderful little book offering up 365 days of prayers for depression and anxiety. Now, the book is put out by Broad Street Publishers, and I've left a link for you down in the description box so that if you wish to have your own copy, you can go and pick her up. Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up. When the worries of life weigh down my soul, God, sometimes I try to soldier on and just get through the day. It's exhausting to try to keep it together when anxiety is coursing through my body. You, however, are full of wonders and so much more gentle than I expect. If I come to you with my burdens, you are faithful to take the weight of them and help me. You never turn away from me. You do not need to take the time to consider whether it's worth it, for your love knows no limits. I can never reach the end of your incredible kindness. When it feels too good to be true, I know I have stumbled into your goodness. You are always better than I expect. Kind Father, I so easily forget the nature of your goodness, especially towards me. Lift the weight of my anxious thoughts and bring peace and clarity to my mind. Fill my body with your love that calls out every fear, and may my heart once again know the joy of loving you. A hopeful heart. Isn't it wonderful to not only hope, but to know that God is there? He's waiting for us to cry out to Him for help. And it's not only just when we experience moments of despair, anxiety, when we feel ourselves falling into that pit of depression, but it's also with just the little things. I stumped my toe. It hurts. And Lord, I need for you right now to shut my mouth because I'm liable to let a dirty word come out. Now, you may think that's silly, but how many times have you stumped your toe and one comes out? It's human, but if we call on the power of the Lord, He can keep us from saying it. So if He can keep us from using words that we shouldn't, can't He also immediately be there to help us when troubles start to crowd in on us, when we start to doubt ourselves, our worth, our potential? God not only came to redeem us from sin, but He also came to show His love and His kindness, His interest in every bitty part of our lives. He wants to be there. All we have to do is ask. So, not only in the good times, but in the bad as well. And especially for those of us that tend to take the bad just a little bit harder than maybe others do. Maybe we focus in too much on how we might sound to someone, so therefore we keep our thoughts to ourselves. Maybe we don't feel that our opinion is good enough, so we keep our opinions to ourselves. But in doing so, we know that that creates, um, basically, it just wears us down. It gets us into that idea that we're not good enough, that we don't have anything to offer. And that's not the case, because remember, I've always told you, God does not make trash. God has a purpose for each and every one of us, even if it is for us to be the one that offers kind words to those that we see are struggling. And we also can be rest assured in the fact that God places in front of us daily those that have the right words to lift us up as well. We just have to be open to listening to the words that God has offered up to others specifically for us to hear. God doesn't want us to live in the valleys, folks. Now, in the valleys, however, I do have to say, is where we grow. We grow on our dependence on His help, our dependence on His guidance, but also our dependence on His kindness and His mercy and His love. Therefore, we should always wake up every day with a hopeful heart and a peaceful mind, knowing that God does not want us to be alone, and knowing that He is there no matter what. I hope that you've enjoyed today's devotional, and I also hope that you will remember those words from Proverbs 12:25, in which it says, "Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up." So don't only offer up your anxiety to God, but look for those who are also experiencing anxiety, even if it's just for a moment, because you know the power of God's kind words. Be sure to offer those up to them as well. So until tomorrow, folks, please always remember that when doubt fills your mind, you are comforted by His love, His knowledge, and His cherishment. So until tomorrow, folks, remember, I love you guys. Bye.